You're watching Behind the Sidelines, your one-stop shop for understanding the forces at play in the sports you watch. I'm Pacchia.
And I'm Steve Olenick. Today we have a huge guest, Jeff Kessler, co-head of the sports litigation practice of Winston Strawn. He's represented some of the biggest names of sports and organization. Jeff, thanks for coming on.
This is, I gotta jump in here. This is a really big get. I can't think of anyone that I'd be more excited to start this show off with than someone like Jeff. He's represented all of the professional athletes unions in major league sports, all 4 of them, and he's representing college football and basketball players in their antitrust proceedings against the NCAA and I think 5 conferences it is. Give the booker a raise. This is what makes me happy at the end of the day.
So Jeff, you've represented some huge names. Can you just walk us through your bio, kind of how you got into it, how you actually built your practice?
Sure. I got into the sports world by accident. I started out as an antitrust lawyer. I'm still an antitrust lawyer. My very first law firm, there was one sports antitrust case at that time that was just ending called the Oscar Robertson antitrust case. I started on that as a very young lawyer, and then as the practice built and developed, as more sports clients came in, and they were looking for people who knew about sports and antitrust, I was the young person, took advantage of it, kept growing with it, and over the years, I've been involved in many, many different types of cases.
Oh, that's great. Right. More and more money has gone into professional sports over the years, and they've become these huge multi-billion-dollar empires. Looking at representing professional athletes or leagues or teams, there's this common thread that goes through the work that happens in this space. As an outsider, it looks like it might be different from other professional services because of the complex nature. Like I said, you have the league, the teams, the individuals involved. Is it different from representing normal clients, or how do you look at it?
The big difference is that people who you meet on the street and on these TV shows and elsewhere really care about it.
Right.
The level of attention and public scrutiny is different. In terms of dealing with the clients, dealing with the leagues, it's not all that different from the other types of antitrust or corporate litigations that I might have. It's about huge amounts of money. It's about very, very big businesses. And it's about how the legal system ensures individual rights within those structures.
Now, Winston Strawn has broken into the college athletic space. How big is that market size?
Well, it's billions of dollars. And in part, that's why we became involved, not just for the money, but because we have a long history of representing athletes who are struggling to get economic rights. We did that in the history of basketball, we did that in the history of football, we've done it in baseball, we've done it in hockey at the pro level. The college basketball and football players are in a system where there are billions of dollars being made, and the only people who can't get any piece of it are the players themselves. That struck us as fundamentally outdated, as wrong, as illegal, and we saw that this is an area where we could bring the same expertise that we've applied for the professional athletes over and try to achieve similar results.
So how do you price that service? I mean, you're basically making a business out of representing disenfranchised parties in a system where there's a lot of money floating around. Just from a business sense, how does Winston Strawn see this as an opportunity?
In the particular case that's been highlighted, which is our Jenkins case, actually the antitrust laws provide the answer.
I see.
Because under the antitrust laws, if you win as a plaintiff, the other side pays your fees. We fully expect that we're going to win the Jenkins case, and so that someday the NCAA and the 5 conferences will be paying our fees. And we're willing to make that investment, in this case in ourselves, because we believe in it.
Yeah, so you have this really important case happening against the NCAA and 5 conferences. I know we can't get too granular talking about specifics of ongoing litigation, but generally speaking, how do you think it's going, and when do you think it's going to be wrapped up?
Well, it's very early. But we're happy with how it's gone so far. We're going to be on a schedule where motions to dismiss will be heard and decided, we think, this fall, very early. And then we'll be looking for a schedule to try to get our case to trial. We're going to try to get to trial as soon as we can. We're looking for relief on this system for the players who are in college right now. So time is our enemy, and we're going to try to move this along.
A lot of commentators have looked at this specific case and said, this is the moment where the NCAA and college athletics is officially in a state of flux and things are about to change. That said, if you agree with that statement, where do you see the NCAA being in 5 years? Is it going to look anything like it does today?
No, it's going to look nothing like it does today. And we're really focused here on men's Division I basketball and football. Okay, that's the two sports that are operated as major big-time businesses. And I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but I could tell you it will be a system that is going to be demonstrably fairer to the players. It's going to be a system that recognizes the reality that the emperor has no clothes. These are not amateur sports in a collegiate setting. These are big businesses run by universities and need to be treated as such. And we're going to see an entirely different system for working it, which I predict will have a more attractive product, will be of greater interest to fans, will do nothing to harm and may help competitive balance, and will treat the athletes fairly.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
Oh, it's been a pleasure.
Fascinating
Thank
stuff.
you.
Thanks, Jeff.
Take care.
That's what we have for this week. If you'd like to see more of the stuff we're working on, be sure to go check us out on YouTube, and you can always follow us on Twitter. I'm Pacchia. Thanks for watching.